Hello, Ruxana. How have you
Hello,
been?
I have been doing amazing. Thank you for your concern, Shweta. How have you been?
I'm also doing exceptionally well and fit as fiddle. So I was waiting for this session for a long time, and now today is the day when we are meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
likewise, I'm also excited to have this session with you. I was also waiting for this session and for this time, and actually, the time has come. Thank you
yes,
so
yes,
much for inviting me and having me here.
yeah. It's my pleasure. Okay, so Ruxana, uh, this is for the first time you are coming to my YouTube channel. So would you like to introduce yourself for my audience?
Yes, Shweta, why not? Okay. So, first of all, thank you so much, Shweta, for having me here and giving me this opportunity to speak or to introduce myself in front of you. So, yes, as you know, my name is Ruxana and I come from Bihar, but right now I'm residing in Noida. And right now I'm a homemaker and a mother of three children, and moreover, passionate learner of this language. And if I will talk about my education, so I have completed my graduation, bachelor's degree from Mumbai. And yeah, this is all about me in nutshell. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Such a lovely introduction. And so I would also like to introduce myself for my audience who are viewing it for the first time. So my name is
Yes.
Shweta and I hail from Delhi. I'm a mother of two sons. And apart from that, I'm a tutor and I have been tutoring to students for last many years. So in nutshell, it's pretty much about me. Yeah. And
Amazing.
yeah. So how life is treating you, Ruxana?
Yes, these days I would say life is treating me good. I'm happy, no complaint from life or anything. I'm doing my level best. I'm learning. I'm just honing my skill these days. Yes, completely my schedule is packed. Yes, I
Wow,
would say.
great.
What
Yeah,
what
same
about
here.
you?
Yeah, as we homemakers, we juggle with so many things in our, day-to-day routine. And apart from managing, household life and professional life, we are trying to strike a balance between two. And that's how, we are managing our life. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Mhm.
So, shall we dive into
Okay.
our today's topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
like, what do you think about like technology has improved uh, the quality of education, or what is your perception about it? Like nowadays, technology has changed everything, or the way of education, the way of, in fact, I would say the whole scenario in the world is now, moving towards technology. If we talk about any field, like it may be booking of tickets, it may be education, it may be um, you know uh, uh, for example, in schools also, in hotels also, in library also, in different sections or in different streams, we are observing that technology has a due impact on all the aspects. So what is
Mm,
your takeover on this? Like if we talk about education, especially education, so do you think that
mm.
technology has improved the quality of education?
Yes. Very well said, I would say, first of all. And the question is really very nice. I would love to answer. Yes, we can see that these days technology has really, it has impacted in our life. It impacted vastly. But if we are particularly talking about the education, so yes, it has also improved. Technology has also improved the quality of education. How? Because it made the education or the learning system very engaging, interactive, and it's very enjoyable. People or students, especially we are talking about the students, they are not getting bored, like learning from the books. Sometimes it is very mundane, and some topics that are very difficult to understand. So through this technology, it has become very easier and interesting, like any topics that you are not understanding. So several times you can, with the help of videos, recordings, online learning, you can just learn and make the learning easy. Apart from these, we can say that some good websites are there and learning apps are there, videos, smart boards. Actually, it made the teacher and student learning very engaging and interacting. Like, so yes, it has improved. It has improved, and it has become, we can say it, children are getting, students are getting benefit because they are learning on their pace. Okay, they are learning online, anywhere, anytime, on their pace. This is also very important, and it has become very easy for them. Okay, so yes, it, in this way it has improved. What would you say?
Yes, it's very true, whatever you, said right now, because I can completely resonate with it. Absolutely, I believe that technology has revolutionized the whole world, in fact, and it has made learning not only easy, but it has, now learning is more accessible and it is personalized as well. Because earlier gone were the days when we were forced to, attend schools or webinars or seminars. If we have not attended, if by, by chance if we have missed them, then there is no other source to get the same information from anywhere. So now, instead of,
Yes.
solely relying on these methods or textbooks, now technology, these kind of platforms, technology, these, they are opening the doors, and they are providing a vast
Ye-
knowledge to us on our fingertips. So yes, as we can see that coin has two sides. So in the same way, technology is also a, double-edged sword, because it has not only, it has make our life easier, but it has, somewhere it has impacted us in a different way also. So
right.
most of the children nowadays, they are, reducing their attention span, and they are not thinking much, and they are not using their brain and intellectual power. Instead of that, they are relying more on this technologies, methods, and AI platforms. So this is the
Right.
thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I would say,
Yeah.
technology, it is not a substitute of a quality teaching. It is a, yeah, one of the best tool, but we should use it mindfully and meticulously. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It is a really powerful tool, but there is a condition if you are going to use it wisely. It is very important to use in a wise way. Otherwise, it is not going to replace the traditional teaching, right? It is also has the importance and foundation. But yes, because of the technology, it has become very easy and it has become very powerful. By your own pace, you can just learn it. So yes, and it is a double-edged sword, as you mentioned.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
this is very
So
important.
yeah. So my next question is, do you think online teaching can replace traditional method of system, like traditional method, classroom teaching and all that? What is your opinion on this, question?
Yeah, as we talked, just we talked about that, online teaching is a helpful, it is a powerful, it is enhancing our knowledge if we use wisely. But no, completely it cannot take over the online, traditional teaching, whatever we used to learn in the classroom. Because yeah, we cannot deny this fact that it has become, technology has become convenient and flexible. You can learn by your comfortable pace, but the learning we are just getting from the classrooms, that is traditional learning, where they are what happening that immediately you can raise your question, and immediately you are getting your answer. Whatever you have the question, you can instantly ask to your teachers and you get the answer. So in this way you are interacting with teachers, and you are getting your interacting with classmates, and you are learning something, like you are learning the communication skills, you are learning the discipline, you are learning the teamwork that we cannot learn online, right? When we interact with the people, so that learning, it's not comparable. We cannot compare to the technology. So yes, it is always not like that it has replaced. No, it will not replace, because that learning is different, right? And we feel very emotional, because we all are human being and technology is a machine. And in that traditional teaching or the classroom, we are getting that emotion from the people. They can understand me, I can understand them, and we are ready to help each other. Immediately we are getting the help from the teacher, from our classmates, and we are learning a lot. So I don't believe that completely it can take over the classroom learning, but yeah, somewhere it is a powerful, if we use wisely, so it is going to enhance your knowledge, your skills to the large extent.
Fantastic, Ruxana. You answered very well, and I couldn't agree more. Because, from in my opinion, also online teaching it can be a complement to a traditional education, but it cannot completely, replace it. Why? Because as you said that there is an emotional bond, and there is a kind of a collaboration between teacher and student, and discipline is there. So all these kind of things we cannot see in online teaching, because at online teaching, although it can provide flexibility and it can provide convenience, but still, the bond which teacher and student they are having in real life, that is non comparable. And the face to face interaction which they are having, so that is, we cannot compare with online teaching. So I
Yes.
believe that both have their pros and cons, and both should be used in a blended way. And there is nothing harm in if we are using online teaching as well, because now you are sitting in front of me. I know you through online method only, because earlier I
Yes.
was not aware of, we have not even met any time, but still we know each other and we are conversing with each other because of this technology only. So very true.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so in my opinion, approach should be very balanced. Means it should be very in a balanced way, right? Sometimes it is also very means important to interact with the human being, people, and at the same time, the communication that technology is also adding the flavor to our educations if we use it wisely.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
approach.
you have given me innumerable advantages of technology. Now I would like to ask you, what is your opinion on disadvantages? How it is, it is taking attention, or like what kind of disadvantages it is having on students?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we so far we have talked about only advantages, so it is also important to see the other side of the coin, that is disadvantages, because every coin or everything has negative and positive things. So yes, the biggest disadvantages what I see this time in children, they have become so distracted. If we are giving the device to them, so they are getting distracted, like they are, instead of learning, they started rolling scrolling the reels, and they are watching entertainments, gaming, and everything other kind of thing, because this social media, I can say, that has been designed like that. They are ready to grab our attention, and in this way children, they are actually losing their focus, and they have reduced their time span. They have no patience, because everything they are getting instantly over the mobile phones, and they have habitual of become getting the things are very instantly. So I can see that they are distracted, they don't have the patience, and they have become very less focused, and their time span has become very less. They are not patients. So this is the biggest distraction what I can see near me, because I am also a mother, I have also children. So managing three children, one or two, or any, how many children do you have, that doesn't matter, but
Yes, yes,
technology playing the same role in every families,
yes,
every
yes.
families. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ruxana, even
Yes.
I can observe. I'm a tutor, and I'm observing many children in a day, because now what I'm observing, that these students, they are, they have stopped technology like ChatGPT, and there are many other AI platforms. So somewhere down the line, what I am watching, that children, they have stopped their self learning. or you can say they are more dependent on these resources. So I would say, although these are giving, global information at the at, at instant or within a jiffy, but still, somewhere they are using it blindly, and rather than, we should use it cautiously. So that is my, perception
Yes,
about
yes,
this thing.
yes. I
Yes,
couldn't agree more.
yes. So now, one more question is there. What do you think? Like, children, they are getting too much dependent on technology for their learning, or if this technology will not be there, so they can survive and they can manage with it. So, what is your takeover on this? Or do you think they are becoming more dependent and they cannot, resist without technology?
Yes, yes. Because once anything becomes the part of our life, it becomes our habit. The same thing that with the technology had happened and has happening, because not only children, we are also the, we can involve ourselves also. We are also have become very habitual. So we cannot only blame the children. They are also have become very dependent on the technology, because the technology is providing instant result. Whatever they are asking, whatever we are looking for, we are browsing for, instantly we are getting the result. So if we are getting instant things, so why we are going, why we should chase the hard work, right? Why we choose the critical thinking? That's why we are lacking somewhere. And yes, this is the reason only, because very means quickly they are getting the things whatever they are asking for. So that's why they have become means half of the time they need mobile for learning purpose, that we cannot deny. Even we cannot do anything, we cannot resist, right? And for half of the thing they need for the entertainment. So in this way they are completely occupied with the mobile phones, and sometimes we cannot do anything. But now this time, in this situation, the parents duty has become very strong. They need to encourage, they have to push them, they have to help them to not to be completely rely on the mobile phone. Instead we have to encourage them that you have to use your critical thinking, logical thinking. That is also important. So yes, because they are innocent, children are children. If they are getting the things very without putting any hard work, why they are going to use their mind, right? Sometimes it happen, if you are into your comfort zone, so we are not ready to step out of our comfort zone, because no one want to do the hard work. Why you do the hard work? Because you know don't get the results, right? So because the technology, again I would say, has been designed like that. It is just grabbing our attention, and children are just trapped in that.
And
Yeah.
yes, I can resonate with your answer because, necessity is the mother of invention. And now we have, in this fast-paced world, we are watching how technology is, solving problems within a very short span of time, or within, seconds. So we are more dependent on technology, even students and parents and teachers as well. So and nobody wants to see from, out of the box. So yes,
Right.
I would say, we all, somewhere down the line we are spoon feeding ourselves. But what to do?
Yes.
Because there is no other option, we have to match with the fast paced world. So we have to take,
Mm.
we have to use this option for our, betterment. So we cannot
Right.
deny this fact. Yes. So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Mm.
So my next question is, like, how can teachers and parents, they can ensure that technology is used wisely and, effectively for their children in their education?
Mm. Yeah. So here comes the role of parents and teacher. Only they can handle, because children or the student, they are just stuck between the parents and teacher here. So parents and teacher have the great role in this. So if I will talk about the teachers, parents first of all, how they parents can play the role. First of all, they should set some screen time, very strict screen time, that in this particular screen time you have to do your work. And in that time also, as we are a parent, we should be vigilant. what they are actually, what kind of activities they are doing online, and what kind of contents they are consuming. So because teachers will not come to you, you are living at home, so you should be after your children, and you should be vigilant, and you should encourage, parents should encourage our child that technology should only be used for the learning, not for entertainment all the time. Little bit it is there, but what kind of contents or the entertainment you are consuming, that is completely depend on the parents, right? So it's a parent's duty, whatever they are using, in what way, what kind of things they are utilizing, so it's completely depend on the parents. If we will talk about the teachers, so teachers also play the vital role in this, that they can suggest, or they can recommend to the children or to the student that good websites, what is the reliable websites, good learning apps, what are the good videos. If they will encourage, the teachers will encourage to the students that this kind of videos you have to watch, then you will get the beneficial, these are the advantages. So if children or the students, they will get this kind of support from the parents or from the teachers, then in this way we can say that they are helping, or they can help their children. And here all three, means children, parent and teacher, all together, if they are working very peacefully and wisely, so we can say technology is very boon for us. It is going to help us to enhance our knowledge, and it is going to help us to do something great in our life. Otherwise, if parents and teachers, they are not supportive, they are just bluntly, they are not working towards their children or the students, so definitely children are always all innocent, they will just go the way they are getting. And sometimes children, parents should encourage children or student that for the physical activity also, that is also important in our life, because health is always wealth. So we should encourage, push them to go outside, do some physical activity. Playing is also the important part of our life, so we should encourage, because once you are healthy, so you can do anything, you can achieve anything. So this mobile phone, lot of consuming the contents and using the mobile phone is actually hampering or harming your health. So in this way, we can just encourage. What would you say? You are also a mother, and how do you manage?
Yes, I can also, somewhere, down the line, we are facing these sort of problems. But I would say here that we should give them clear guidelines. These all electronic gadgets are for education purpose, and these are not for your entertainment. Because otherwise, nowadays iPads are there, then these laptops are there. So children, what they do, they use them, blindly for their entertainment purpose. But I
Yes,
think there should be a balance between healthy balance between using these tools for education and entertainment. Because if we give them these gadgets for their entertainment, definitely they are going to misuse them, and it will harm their eyesight as well, and posture as well, and it will hamper their physical activity as well. So and one more thing is there, children always lead by an example. Because they learn from what they are, what they observe and what they see, then what they are being told. So I think when we will set example in front of them, that if we will use these gadgets very less in front of them, or in moderation, then they will learn more, they will learn faster. And because nowadays, technology, it becomes a very powerful catalyst for learning. So we cannot deny this factor. But still, we should give digital literacy to our children, to make them more aware about the pros and cons of technology. Because ultimately, sometimes it happens, they lose the essence of education in reality, which should be there. Because somewhere down the line, I would say that physical bonding of a teacher and student, and physical touch of books, and that gives another sense of essence to their education. So that should be there, and it should be for education purpose only. Usage of technology is for, and not for too much of entertainment, because otherwise, they will lose the real, uh, the real usage of this technology. So, and
Right.
definitely it is going to hamper them in their
Yes.
overall growth. Yes.
So don't you think that because of this technology, the duty of the parents have become very strong, means they have to be very, secure for that. Always you have to be very vigilant and very active what they are actually doing.
Yes.
Don't you feel
Yes.
earlier parents
Yes.
were
Mm-hmm.
they were not
Uh,
kind of that, not to put that much effort that what children are doing, but these days even though children they are in front of us, they are not going outside, they are just sitting inside home, but our
mm,
duty has become very
yes.
strong.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
That's why, we are struggling with so many things. Even, children, they are at home, and we have to check, like, how to indulge them in different activities, what kind of extracurricular activities we can, make them engage, so that the
Hmm.
screening time should be reduced. Otherwise, all the time when they will be free, when nothing will be there, and if they will feel bored, they are going to open these digital gadgets only. And so, to reduce the exposure of these digital things, we need to, take them out for playing activities or for something like that. Or we ourselves also need to engage with them, sometime with board
Yes.
games, playing board games with them, sometime just talking with them, and sometimes, just they are listening to the music, because it is also a good therapy for their
Good.
mind. Yeah.
Hmm. Ma-
So, yeah, but we should be, but sometimes we need to be resilient with them, and it's okay, calm and in a calm and composed manner, we need to educate them. We cannot yell
hmm.
at them all the time. Otherwise, they will consider us that, my mother is not good enough, and they will start comparing. Yeah.
Okay, so you also you must be a whole day you are just occupied with your task and chores and your duties. So what do you personally do to unwind yourself? Anything that gives you the refreshment or relaxation?
Okay, so very intriguing question. And for my, whenever I want to, when I feel I am burnout and I really want to take a break from the this monotonous routine, then I go for a walk and listen to the music, and that's, my all-time favorite. And apart from that, I listen to the podcast to whomsoever I admire, and
Okay.
yes, and talking with the co-learners, and connecting with them. It is also one of the, very relaxing thing for me. So in that way,
Yes.
otherwise I talk to, I love to talk with my children also. Because I
Okay.
think, when we talk with them, then it gives them a sense of security, and they feel like we are connected with them. We are not just, accomplishing their things, or they are we are not for the sake of duty we are doing anything for them. But there is a strong bond or connection with us, and so we need to, sometimes just need to listen to them, and just need to talk anything randomly, not, all
Right.
the time we are talking about studies and all that. So sometimes what I do, I take my younger one with me, and let's go for a walk. We plan a walk, evening walk, for, together, and then we talk anything randomly, and not about education. And that is the, he strictly tell me that you will not talk about education. Apart from education, we can discuss anything. So, and that too in English. So,
Oh,
in that way, we, uh, we try to
hmm.
create a bond between, each other.
It's a
Yeah.
good activity for me as well. Sometimes I also feel to spend some quality time with my children when we sit together and talk something randomly. Apart from this educational thing, they also feel very happy and they also think, yeah, someone is there whom we can share our everything freely. They should get that comfortable environment, right? And for me personally, whenever I feel very burn out and in the end of the day, so I love to listen to music. When I listen half an hour when I consume the music, so I really feel very relaxed and
Yeah,
I'll be ready for the next day.
it is
Yeah.
therapeutic actually. And
Mm.
one more thing is there, Ruxana, if I talk about like nurturing children, so it's not about only academics only, because
Mm.
ultimately we need to, we need to develop a whole personality of our child. Not
Mm.
only studies. So apart from that, we need to give them moral lessons, moral education, also moral values, and we need to imbibe all the skills like how to adjust in a society, how to contribute to the society, how to mingle with others, and how to create a harmony between family members, and how to help
Right.
these small chores in our house, so
Right.
that their contribution matters a lot. It is not
Right.
it's not wholesale duty of mothers only, that they are
Right.
responsible for each and everything. So we should we should work as a family, not as a individual. So yes,
Right.
in that way
Oh.
I unwind myself, and it is
Mm.
lovely talking with you. And actually time is the constraint, and so we need
Yeah.
to wrap up with this session, but
Would
I
like to say,
really,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I would like to say I thoroughly enjoyed this session and really I really enjoyed this session. Thank you so
Even
much.
yeah, it was most awaited session for me, and I really enjoyed every bit of this session. And I think our viewers, they will also there is a big takeaway from this session, not about this
Yes.
technology only, but about giving life lessons to your children as well. So yeah,
Right.
thank you so much. Have a nice day, Roxana.
Yes. Thank you so much. Bye bye.